Welcome back to the Dolor Factor. I'm in the studio of the Honourable Derek Walcott. Now, I hesitate because I've never said this to you. Thank you so much, Derek, for being part of our program. But I've never said this to you or to anyone. I have interviewed so many personalities, celebrities in the world, but I always look forward to talking to you. Always.
Thank you.
I think it's because you always bring such a fresh outlook to anything and everything. So thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
Of course, you are one of St. Lucia's Nobel laureates, and you're so special that St. Lucia has a week which solely celebrates yourself and, of course, Sir Arthur Lewis. What does it mean to you to know that you have a week that is celebrating the excellence of yourself and Sir Arthur?
Well, the week not only commemorates my work, but certainly Sir Arthur's work, and by implication, my brothers, my sons, everybody. There's going to be a place called Walcott Place, which is going to be commemorative of my brother and me, and all the work that he did with the Arts Guild here for years. So I'm glad that that recognition is finally happening. It took a long wait, but it's coming, so that's very nice.
And I'd like to talk a little bit more about that a bit later, but in terms of Nobel Laureate Week, you've always ensured that you are part of it, one way or the other. So you don't just turn up, because I'm saying all this because a lot of people may not know this. You don't just turn up on the day when you're asked to turn up. You are always in conversation with the Governor General of St. Lucia, Dame Paulette Louisi, discussing what happens with the week and so on over the years.
Oh no, she organizes it, she does it every year. She is kind of responsible. So this year, she virtually just asked me, who do I want? And I've asked for Seamus and other people. And this year we're having what's another of me suddenly?
Raoul Peck.
A filmmaker from Haiti, who's been here before, but not for work. So he's going to be here to give a lecture on the 23rd, I think.
I'm so excited to see him because I actually studied his work at
know him?
university.
You know him?
I don't know him, I studied his work.
You did?
Yes, so I did a film degree that was in London many years ago.
Oh, great,
so it was really nice. That was before he did his documentary
Did you
on the
meet
Haitian.
him?
No, I hadn't.
He's very nice.
Yes, and because of you, I've met some of the people I studied as well, like Carol Phillips.
Yeah, Carl.
Yes, I studied him as well, and so you are fundamental to lots of things. And I know he's coming back as well this year, isn't he? Yes, and also you've had Sundip Sen, right?
Yes, and Seamus Haney and
they're all coming back.
Bobby Antoni's not coming this year, but he's coming nearly every year. It's a nice crowd of people. People may wonder why. I don't know if they do. First of all, I don't have to reply to anyone. They're my friends. So I've invited my friends here. The fact that a lot of them are from Europe or from wherever is not of any consequence. First of all, they are all very, very good writers. In addition to that, they're great people, good fun. So, and they do meet with local writers. We've had occasions where we've had a fete together and singing. And there's a nice film about it.
Okay, and also they do have a bond because they meet in St. Lucia and they love St. Lucia.
Yeah.
And what's nicer than having your friends love the country where you were born? And I do also know that for your birthday, you celebrated in a very unique way with them.
Yeah.
So what would you normally do on your birthday?
Well, that. I'm a twin. So it's a commemoration of my brother who's dead, but who did a lot of work here with the Arts Guild, tremendous amount of work. And I think he is being acknowledged in the presence of the complex that they're going to be building. That's something good for him.
But how do you feel, being a twin, being very close to Roderick. How does it feel to be on your own now?
Well, I also lost my wife this year.
Yes.
Grief has been tremendous. Well, Roddy is being remembered by a couple of writers, I think. We were twins, and we were very, very close. And then he made a lot of as well as actors, some good actors, some friends. Arthur Jacobs worked with him a lot, you know, and McDonald Dixon, a lot of them, and Kendall Hippolyte, they're all friends as well as talented people. So obviously, you miss him, brother.
What was so unique about him? What do you remember the most? Things that perhaps we wouldn't know, just the two of you.
Astonishing sense of humor. He'd crack us all up over and over and over. He just had this instinct to make people laugh. That is something in him. He wanted continually to make people laugh. You know, which I think is a gift, which he did. So that I do remember.
And what about your parents? Because you speak a lot about Roderick and your mother.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know my father.
Yes.
He died when I was a year old. But my mother certainly, a school teacher Alex, well remembered too.
Now, your mother brought you up with a mixture of everything, you know, religion, society, creativity, all those things. Of course, they formed the people that you and Roderick, you know, were and are right now, because he lives on. But what would you say, what is the message that your mum, throughout your life, you see her, or you hear her?
Well, direction, I think. My father died when I was a year old, but he was also a writer and a good painter. And she kept that memory of him constant. She had a great love and respect for him. And most of all, what I remember that I think she gave to me in terms of direction was her recitation of great poetry. She would recite whole speeches from Shakespeare, and she would act them out. So she was like, you know, we called her a ham, you know, Mama, knock it off, you know. So she'd do Cardinal Wolsey's speech, farewell, a long farewell to all my greatness. Elegies of Gray's Elegy in a Country Churchyard, a lot of well-known poems. But I think I must have wanted to hear her recite my own work eventually. So that was there.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
When we come back, we're going to speak to the Honourable Derek Walcott a little bit more about what makes him tick and how he sees the society and what he's trying to do, how it's working or not today. See you soon.